Hi, Jill here, and today I'm going to show you a really fun technique. It's a really great way for using your charms and making them match something that you want them to match. For example, right now I'm in a swap with tags, and the theme is beach, and I'm adding the sun charm to this Tim Holtz swivel clasp. Well, they were gold, and gold just doesn't go with the colors I was using. There's a lot of silver on here, this tarnish color. So I decided to color them to actually match my tag. So today what I'm using are powdered pearls. Powdered pearls are the same as your Pearl-Ex. They're a little different from perfect pearls because they don't have a binder in them, but they're mica. There's a lot of mica products out there. I'm not even sure perfect pearls are still around, but these are one of the sets that I really have enjoyed throughout the years because of the colors. I'm also just using a plain gold charm, and this one again is of a sun. You're going to need a pair of tweezers, a heat gun, an ink pad. Mine is the Versamark Watermark, but any embossing pad works, and some clear embossing powder. So all I do is I take my Versamark pad and I smush my charm into it. And that's going to cover your charm with your watermark ink or your embossing ink. And I forgot to mention you're going to need some brushes. The colors I'm using are Shimmer Iris, Turquoise, and Peacock Blue in the correct order. So I'm just using some of my Perfect Pearl brushes. So I'm going to put some of the turquoise right onto the center. Now you don't want to use too much because this isn't something that you really want to brush away a lot of, because you want it to go just in one spot. A lot of the times when I use the pigments, I'll just brush away the excess, but with this technique I do like to be a little bit more exact. Now I'm putting on some of that lilac. And then lastly, I'm going to put on some of the Peacock Blue. And see how it's sticking to that pad, which is exactly what we want it to do. I've already attached the tweezers to the top because we're going to need them there, so you might as well have it help you support while you are adding the perfect pearls. Okay, now is where I'm going to just go through and brush some of this off. Use a little bit from what has fallen onto my paper. Make sure you get the sides. Okay, so at this point you would think that you would need to apply more embossing ink, but what would happen is if you did that, you would actually be removing your perfect pearls, powdered pearls, Pearl-Ex, whichever you're using. Instead, you just go straight into your clear embossing powder, and it's actually going to stick because there's still that stickiness, that residual stickiness coming through. Let's go ahead and move these aside, and then we're just going to heat set it. And it is that simple. So now you've altered your charm to match whatever theme you want. Another thing I was going to show you is, again on this tag, it's a beach theme. So I was going for a shell look. Can't get my heat gun aside there. So I actually went out, and I'm thrilled with this. I bought one of those huge Martha Stewart punches. This one is called Daisy Fan, but if you ask me, it reminds me of a shell. And so when you're looking at it this way, you're only seeing the two halves. So I thought that people might want to see how to connect those. And it's really simple. It's a no-brainer, really. I cut this to the same size as my tag. This is just some Pattern K & Company paper from Ancestry.com. And this is what I'm going to put on the back of my tags. I've already done my tags. And I was surprised this punch, it actually will punch through a little bit thicker. I used my poster board that I had purchased at Joann's. So I was happy to see that this punch is a little bit thicker than some of the border ones. So really all there is to getting a fan as the top is you're going to line, remember you use these, so you're going to line your tag up where you want it to end. On the 2 3/4 you get the shell plus most of the dots. So you actually are just going to line it up, see with that dot just to the outside of it, and punch, and look how easily that punches. I think I got it. Nope. Okay, and then there's your half of your shell. You're going to come like you would with any of the other punches. You're going to line it back up, and you're going to punch again. And you'll just need a little trimming right there, but look at that, you get a perfect shell for the top of your tag. And sorry, my fingers are disgusting today. I have been working on my tags for hours, so there. And so I had picked this up at Michael's, 40% off. I'm thrilled with it. I think I'm going to go get the lattice one too, but they're awfully big. And then another thing was that I noticed that you guys might want to check out is the Tim Holtz clear stamps have gone on clearance. I know people have mentioned this, but they went on clearance for $8.99. So I went and I picked up the last 4 that, actually 5 that I don't have. I got the Lost and Found set. I got the Journey set. Let's see. This one, I don't know where the sheet is. Oh. I got the French Market. Life's Possibilities. So actually there was 5 I was short on. And Flights of Fancy. So I filled in my collection there because I only had 2. And I was really happy to get those because I don't know what's going to happen to them once Michael's gets rid of them. I'm not sure if there's a new line coming out, hopefully. So that's a little heads up for you. I had to go to a few different Michael's to get the few different sets, and some of them were just totally cleaned out. So there you go. And thanks for stopping by, and have a great day.